In our world today, people use power to control others like puppets.
How do present-day leaders use one's fear to gain power and persuade citizens? The leaders in our world today use fear to gain power by using force, threats, intimidation in politics, business, and everyday life to help persuade citizens. Leaders come in many shapes and forms, and many abuse this power by striking fear into the hearts of the people they control to grow their power. But it's how they do this might surprise you. Leaders from the past, like Hitler and Stalin, are great examples of this because both used the fear of death to control the ones they hate and rule with an iron fist. Use fear and intimidation to gain power over others that are scared of them. The methods bullies typically use are force, threats, and/or intimidation. As you can see in the clip, Jackson uses his size to push Cameron to the ground and control him. In the next clip, you see Cameron use his strength to overpower Jackson, which will continue to intimidate Jackson to let Cameron control him. A reason why people with power continue to have such power is because people are too scared and intimidated by the actions of the ruler to do anything.
Hi, I'd like to buy some flowers.
Which ones?
The one in the middle.
Excellent choice.
Why?
Oh, well, because it's a very healthy flower. I like the yellow coloring on the sunflower, and it'll make your garden the most beautiful one in the universe. Scientists are uncovering ways of making messages more persuasive. Politicians and salesmen use such tricks already. Salesmen and politicians use intimidation to gain power over you and make you feel the need to buy whatever it is they are selling.
Hey, give me your phone, dude.
Okay,
Give me your phone.
okay.
Give it to me now.
An experiment tested the proposition that the components of a fear appeal which persuades us to protect ourselves are the same components that persuade us to protect others. The results confirm this hypothesis for the two components examined: nauseousness of the threat danger and the efficacy of coping response.
Hey, give me 20 burpees right now.
Ron Kriesenbeck learned how to lead on the front lines. The soft-spoken former Army lieutenant served in Vietnam, and the skills he developed there have come in handy over the course of his 35-year federal career. Vietnam taught me that just because you have an officer's insignia on your collar doesn't mean that you can be too bossy, says Kriesenbeck, 62. I learned the power of persuasion and marshaling people to a cause. You have not met the quota for this month. This will result in a loss of pay, and it will make our scope down percentage for this quarter. I can't believe you right now. You may find this shocking, but a common technique for taking the lead is to be threatening, to ramp up the urgency of what's at stake so the laggards get in line. Many men rather admire a terrorizing boss because they see the boss's bullying as proof of his belief and fever, which they respect. We're going to have a big government cut down on immigration. We don't want any of those illegals coming in here no more. I'm going to get rid of DACA. Fear appeals are the persuasive messages that emphasize the potential danger and harm that will befall individuals if they do not adopt the message's recommendations. Well, these types of messages are commonly used in political, public health, and commercial advertising campaigns, like "smoking will kill you, a candidate will destroy the economy." Their use is controversial as academics continue to debate their effectiveness. In an experiment a few years ago, students posing as beggars found that they received small change 44% of the time that they asked directly for it without specifying a sum. If they asked for a precise sum that was a single coin, 25 cents, they got it 64% of the time. But if they asked for an apparently arbitrary number, 37 cents, they got it 75% of the time. The more precise and unusual the request, the less people were able to resist it. Persuasion psychology. 2/3 of the Jewish people living in Europe at the time of World War II were killed by Nazis. During World War II, the Nazis rose to power under the well-known leader Hitler and began to eliminate the Jews, homosexuals, disabled, and gypsies. Hitler used fear and persuasion and propaganda to gain power over Germany and convince the people that the Jews were bad. Hitler's strategies of using fear became a tactic in a dictatorship and led other dictators to use the same strategy.
Die Macht haben wir nun in Deutschland gewonnen. Nun gilt es, das deutsche Volk zu gewinnen. Ich weiß es, meine Kameraden, es ist euch wohl oft schwer gefallen, wenn ihr meintet, es müsse nun ein Wandel kommen und er kam nicht und immer wieder muss der Leute auf Appell gerichtet werden. Es muss weitergekämpft werden, es geht nicht, ihr dürft nicht handeln, ihr müsst gehorchen, ihr müsst euch fügen, ihr müsst euch diesem unerhörten Zwang beugen.
Joseph Stalin was the dictator of the Soviet Union from 1929 to 1953. Under Stalin, the Soviet Union was transformed from a peasant society into an industrial and military superpower. He ruled by terror, and millions of his own citizens died during his brutal reign. Stalin became involved in revolutionary politics as well as criminal activities as a young man. After Bolshevik leader Vladimir Lenin died, Stalin outmaneuvered his rivals for control of the party. Kim Jong-un is North Korea's political leader who rules the country through dictatorship. In December of 2017, the International Bar Association published a report describing North Korea's political prison system. According to Thomas Bergenaffel, one of the association's 3 jurists and a survivor of the infamous Auschwitz camp in Nazi Germany, Kim's prisoners endured conditions that were unmatched in their brutality. A survivor describes his experiences by stating, "I believe that the conditions in North Korean prison camps are terrible or even worse than those I saw and experienced in my youth in these Nazi camps and my long professional career in the human rights field."